because living beings have different natures, different desires, different activities, and different assumptions and ways of analyzing things, and because I wanted to lead them to put down roots of goodness. I have used a variety of casual explanations, parables, and other kinds of expression to share various teachings. I have never for a moment neglected the Buddha's work. Thus, since I became Buddha, a very long time has passed. A lifetime of innumerable, countless eons of constantly living here and never entering extinction. Good sons, from the beginning I have practiced the Bodhisattva way, and that life is not yet finished, but will be twice as long as what has already passed. Even now, though I will not actually enter extinction, I announce that I will adopt the way of extinction. By using such skillful means, the Tathagata teaches and transforms living beings. Why is this? If the Buddha lives for a long time in this world, people of little virtue will not plant roots of goodness, and those who are poor and of humble origins will become attached to the 5 desires and be caught in a net of assumptions and false views. If they see that the Tathagata is always alive and never extinct, they will become arrogant and selfish, or discouraged and neglectful. Unable to realize how difficult it is to meet him, they will not have a respectful attitude toward him. Therefore, the Tathagata teaches by using skillful means, saying, "Monks, you should know that it is difficult to meet a Buddha who has come into the world. Why is this? In the course of countless hundreds of thousands of billions of eons, some people of little virtue may see a Buddha while others may never see one. For this reason I say this. Monks, it is difficult to see a Tathagata. Living beings hearing such words surely will realize that it is difficult to meet a Buddha. They will yearn for one. Then they will cultivate roots of goodness. This is why the Tathagata announces his extinction, even though he does not in reality become extinct. Good sons, the teaching of all the Buddha Tathagatas are all like this. They are for the sake of liberating all the living. They are true and not empty. Suppose, for instance, there is a fine physician who is wise and clever and knows how to make medicines for curing all sorts of disease. He has many sons, say 10, 20, even 100. To take care of some business, he goes off to a distant land. After he leaves, his children drink some poisonous drugs, which drives them into deliriums of agony and leaves them writhing on the ground. At this point, their father comes back home to find the sons have drunk the poison. Some have lost their minds, others have not. Seeing their father in the distance, they are all very happy. Kneeling to greet him, they say, "How good it is that you have returned safely. Foolishly, we have taken some poison by mistake. Please heal us and give us back our lives." The father sees his children in such suffering and agony, and following various formulas, looks for good medicinal herbs, perfect in color, fragrance, and flavor. Then he pounds, sifts, and mixes them and gives them to his children, telling them, This excellent medicine is perfect in color, fragrance, and flavor. Take it and you will quickly be rid of your suffering and agony, and be free from the illness. Those children who have not lost their minds, seeing this excellent medicine of good color and fragrance, take it immediately and are completely cured of their illness. The others who have lost their minds are also happy to see their father return and ask him to heal their illness. Yet, when the medicine is given to them, they refuse to take it. Why? Because the poison has penetrated deeply into them and they have lost their minds. Even though this medicine has good color and fragrance, they think it is no good. The father thinks to himself, "These poor children, because of the poison in them, their minds are completely unbalanced. Though they are glad to see me and ask to be healed, they refuse to take this good medicine. Now I have to use some skillful means to get them to take this medicine." Then he says to them, "You should know that I am now worn out with old age, and the time for me to die has now arrived. I will leave this excellent medicine here. You should take it and not worry that it will not make you better." After instructing them in this way, he leaves again for another land, from which he sends back a messenger to inform them, "Your father is dead." Now when those children hear that their father has died and left them behind, they become very distressed and think to themselves, "If our father were alive, he would have been kind to us and would have saved us. But now he has abandoned us and died in a distant land. We think of ourselves as orphans with no one to rely on." This continuous grief brings them to their senses. They recognize that the medicine is excellent in color, fragrance, and flavor, and they take it and are fully healed of the poison. The father, hearing that the children have all recovered, returns home immediately, so that they all see him again. Good sons, what do you think? Can anyone say that this fine physician is lying? No, world-honored one. The Buddha said, "I too am like this. Since I became Buddha, innumerable, unlimited hundreds of thousands of billions of myriads of countless eons have passed. For the sake of living beings, I use the power of skillful means and say that I will take the way of extinction. Yet, taking the circumstances into account, no one can accuse me of being guilty of lying.